Price discrimination and collusive pricing. Okay, well, countries can do this too. Two parties can get together and price discriminate or collude. I mean, there are laws against this, but it can happen and does happen. So, what is price discrimination? Well, it's a selling strategy that charges customers different prices for the same product or service based on what the seller thinks they can get the customer to agree to. Now, this actually does happen. I mean, if you are trying to get a Netflix subscription or an Xbox subscription, or there's plenty out there that I mean, I'm sure there's more. I just know those two right off the bat are different. They're cheaper in certain countries. You can get a cheaper Netflix subscription in Brazil or in Colombia. They're just cheaper there. I mean, as of when I'm recording this, who knows what it might be. So I'm not telling you to do this, but in theory, if you were to get a VPN and switch it to the other country, you could, use theirs. But I mean, hey, saving a few bucks a month, it adds up. But that's pure price discrimination. I mean, that's price discrimination. Is there something wrong with it? Is it illegal? I'm not here to talk about that, but it's what they can get those individuals in a country to agree to. Is it bad? Is it good? Again, it's not my job to talk about that here. But this also could be in the same market, right? There could be a store that charges people based on anything, and I mean, obviously, price discrimination based on that is blatantly illegal. So it could be very bad. But if you're trying to enter into a new market and that market is not um, affluent enough, right? Certain countries, the GDP per capita is much smaller, then maybe it makes sense to offer them a cheaper price. There's plenty of countries where that happens. So yeah, in pure price discrimination, the seller charges each customer the maximum price they will pay. So if there are fairly distinct segments of customers, this means customers cannot communicate with each other about varying prices, right? So, I mean, you could also say that price discrimination happens with gas stations. You'll see the same brand, the same company of gas station, but they'll discriminate against customers on the main roads versus those who are off the main roads, right? Like if it's easy for you to get gas because you just pull right off the main road, it's going to be more expensive. But you travel into a small town, or you go to your normal size town, your community, you'll find cheaper gas there. I mean, obviously there are different levels of legality with that. Obviously, that is legal. It's happening. It has happened for a while, right? But in the store, you can't just look at someone and say, "Oh, you're ugly. I'm not gonna not gonna give you this for as good of a price as the beautiful individual." But we're all beautiful. Not everyone sees it. That's price discrimination. Again, just covering that. It could be companies charging different markets different prices. It could be one party in one area charging different prices to individual customers. It really depends on a couple different factors. We also have collusive pricing, and this is the deliberate suppression of competition between themselves by a group of rival suppliers. So this is a group of suppliers who are all saying, "Oh, we're going to get together and we are going to charge X, and we're going to prevent anyone else from getting into this, and we're going to be able to do what we want and no one else can compete against us." So collusion may be confined to a single area of business activity. For example, prices. We could collude over prices and make sure that, hey, no one's going to sell cars for less than $20,000. And if every auto manufacturer got together and said, okay, no one charged less than $20,000 for a car, I mean, it's not going to happen. That's blatantly illegal. Or cover a wider range of limitations, including coordinated marketing, production, and capacity adjustments. I mean, you could say the Got Milk ad campaign is collusion. I mean, that's not collusive pricing, it's collusion. So, I mean, that's a coordinated marketing effort, right? We just all the farmers, all the milk producers got together and started the Got Milk campaign. That is an example of collusion. Now, is that bad collusion? No, I think that's fine. I mean, I don't make the laws, but I think that's pretty fine. Maybe I will make the laws someday, and don't worry, I'll make them pretty relaxed. We'll all just live a good life. But yeah, that is collusion. So we all say, if we all get together, hey, every restaurant in town, don't charge anyone less than $10 a meal. I mean, that's price collusion. Many examples of this, whether they actually happen or not, who am I to tell? Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.